And it just felt like that was a game they were going to lose going into it because
you felt that way?
Yeah,
wow.
I did. I felt
I felt like we were better. I don't want the injuries are going to come. I mean, we have injuries. Well, we're having guys coming back now. Trent's coming back. Looks like Nick's going to play. Like there's some guys out for the year. It's not. We went to the Super Bowl with some people that had gone away for the season. So I know we're missing a lot of guys. I get that. But if that's going to be what we rest on in the locker room, that never is going to work.
Okay.
So if the narrative is, hey, we had a lot of guys out, because the truth of the matter is we should beat those guys, and everyone knows that. And so we can't. That has to be a learning experience. It can't be a one-off. Oh, sorry, oops. We have injuries. The turf. There's all these guys on turf. Like I don't. No, I always remember when we played the Falcons or played other teams that we beat a lot. After the game, I people would send me the articles from the pay every once in a while from like the Atlanta Journal-Constitution or something like about the game, and you'd hear the quotes like, "Yeah, we really had them." A play here or there. It's all the narrative. And I recognize those words because whenever you lose a game that you shouldn't, or you kind of find ways to talk around it. I don't want to talk around this one.
Got it.
I want to stare it in the eye and recognize that we got injuries and we still have to play top 10 defense. Our offense has to be able to put up 28. That's our like Maginot line. Like that's where we have to figure out a way to put up 4 touchdowns no matter what. That's the minimum. And if we don't, something's not right. And we have to think about it that way.
I guess I would look at it this way. And I agree with you, but the uniforms don't make this a top 10 defense. The people in the uniforms make it a top 10 defense. So if you take those guys off the field, then why should I expect this is going to be a top 10 defense? I can't just by osmosis be a top 10 defense.
No, I would, because they're a top 5 defense with all those guys.
Okay.
So I did. You
downgraded?
Okay. I downgraded already a little bit, but I think, but the guys are. When you have a top 5 defense and you lose some guys, now 9's a lot, so I get that, right? Like I don't expect miracles, but when you lose some guys, they've seen it. They know what it looks like, and because of that, and they know the spirit of what it what it looks and sounds like, you tend to get replacement guys that actually play punch above their weight. And so that's why I say top 10, because even though we have injuries, I expect that spirit of what they were accomplishing to kind of be maintained. And our defensive line is always going to be a bunch of guys that are going to make something happen. So we shouldn't fall off there. Our linebackers, Fred's still there. I mean, it's not guys aren't just gone.
Yeah.
But look, it's a little hardship right now. I'm okay with it. But let's stare it in the eye. We got beat. Shouldn't have happened. Let's button it up.
All right.
Talking to Steve Young on the UMA guest line. Steve, I was saying that to Tom. I was like, you tell me a team's missing 7 of its 11 starters on defense and they give up 21 points against the Shanahan offense. That's a game I feel like you should probably win. It feels like the offense has been fairly inconsistent. I know they had a couple of good games against the Rams and against the Panthers, but thought they should have been better in this one. They didn't score in the second half.